5 Ways Rich People Make Money with Debt. Introduction. Have you ever wondered how wealthy people continue to accumulate their fortunes? One of the secrets lies in their ability to use debt to their advantage. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 ways that rich people make money with debt. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Meet John, a successful entrepreneur who has built his fortune by using debt strategically. John was able to start his business by taking out a loan, which he used to purchase inventory and equipment. As his business grew, John continued to use debt to expand his operations, purchase real estate, and invest in other ventures. Now, John is a millionaire, and debt has played a significant role in his success. What is debt? Debt is when an individual or organization borrows money from another individual or organization, with the agreement to pay it back over time, usually with interest. There are different types of debt, such as credit card debt, student loans, mortgages, and business loans. The benefits of using debt. While debt can seem daunting, it can be a powerful tool when used correctly. One of the main benefits of using debt is leveraging, which allows individuals to make investments or purchases that they wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. Additionally, certain types of debt, such as mortgages and business loans, can provide tax advantages, which can help individuals save money in the long run. 5 ways rich people make money with debt. 1. Real estate investing. One of the most popular ways that rich people use debt is through real estate investing. Real estate investors use debt to purchase properties, which they then rent out for a profit. By using debt to acquire these properties, they are able to maximize their returns on their investment. Let's take an example of a real estate investor who wants to purchase a property worth $500,000. The investor decides to use a mortgage to finance the purchase, which requires a 20% down payment of $100,000. The investor borrows the remaining $400,000 from a bank or another lender, with an interest rate of 4% over a 30-year term. Assuming that the property generates $5,000 in rent each month, the investor is able to earn a 6% return on their initial $100,000 investment, which is significantly higher than the return they would earn if they had purchased the property outright. Additionally, the investor can deduct the mortgage interest from their taxes, which can further reduce their costs. 2. Business financing. Another way that rich people use debt is through business financing. Entrepreneurs use debt to start or grow their businesses, which can be a significant source of wealth. By using debt to finance their ventures, they are able to grow their businesses faster and generate more revenue. Let's take an example of an entrepreneur who wants to start a small business. The entrepreneur needs $100,000 to cover the costs of starting the business, such as equipment, inventory, and marketing expenses. The entrepreneur decides to take out a small business loan, which requires a 10% down payment of $10,000. The entrepreneur borrows the remaining $90,000 from a bank or another lender, with an interest rate of 6% over a 5-year term. Assuming that the business generates $20,000 in revenue each month, the entrepreneur is able to repay the loan in just over 4 years, while still earning a profit. By using debt to start the business, the entrepreneur is able to get it up and running quickly and generate revenue from the start. 3. Stock market investing. Another way that rich people use debt is through stock market investing. Investors use margin accounts to borrow money from their brokers and invest in stocks. By using debt to invest, they are able to increase their purchasing power and potentially generate higher returns. Let's take an example of an investor who wants to purchase $100,000 worth of stocks. The investor decides to use a margin account, which allows them to borrow up to 50% of the purchase price. The investor puts up $50,000 of their own money and borrows $50.00 from their broker. If the stocks increase in value by 10%, the investor's initial investment of $50,000 would generate a return of $5,000. But with the use of debt, the total return would be $10,000. However, it's important to note that margin investing also comes with risks, as losses are amplified in the same way as gains. Investors who use margin accounts should have a solid understanding of the risks involved and use debt cautiously. 4. Private equity investing. Finally, rich people also use debt to invest in private companies through private equity. Private equity investors use debt to finance their investments in private companies, such as startups or small businesses. By using debt, they are able to increase their returns on their investments. Let's take an example of a private equity investor who wants to invest $1 million in a startup company. The investor decides to use a combination of their own money and debt financing with a 50-50 split. The investor puts up $500,000 of their own money and borrows the remaining $500,000 from a bank or another lender, with an interest rate of 8% over a 5-year term. Assuming that the startup generates a return of 20%, the investor's initial investment of $500,000 would generate a return of $100,000. However, with the use of debt, the total return would be $140,000, as the investor would only have to pay back $60,000 in interest and fees on the $500,000 loan. 5. Art and collectibles investing. The fifth way rich people use debt is through art and collectibles investing. Collectors can use debt to purchase high-value art pieces or collectibles that they believe will increase in value over time. By using debt, they are able to acquire items that they may not be able to afford with cash alone. For example, a collector may want to purchase a rare painting worth $1 million. They may decide to take out a loan for half the value of the painting, with the expectation that the painting will appreciate in value over time. If the painting does increase in value, the collector could sell it for a profit and pay off the loan, while still making a significant return on their investment. However, it's important to note that investing in art and collectibles can be risky and unpredictable. The value of art pieces and collectibles can fluctuate widely based on market conditions, trends, and even the whims of collectors. Collectors who use debt to invest in these assets should be aware of the potential risks and do their due diligence before making any purchases. The risks of using debt. While debt can be a powerful tool for building wealth, there are also potential risks associated with using it. The most obvious risk is interest rates. Borrowing money means that you will have to pay interest on the amount you borrow, which can add up quickly over time. Another risk of using debt is market fluctuations. Whether you're investing in real estate, stocks, or private equity, the value of your investments can rise or fall depending on market conditions. If you've borrowed heavily to invest, market downturns can quickly erode your profits and leave you with a significant debt burden. Finally, using debt can also impact your credit score and financial stability. If you're unable to make your loan payments on time, it can damage your credit score and make it harder to borrow in the future. How to manage debt effectively. While debt can be a useful tool for building wealth, it's important to manage it effectively to avoid potential risks and setbacks. One effective strategy for managing debt is refinancing. This involves replacing high-interest debt with a lower interest rate loan. By doing so, individuals can reduce their monthly payments and potentially save thousands of dollars in interest over time. Another strategy for managing debt is consolidation. This involves combining multiple debts into one loan with a lower interest rate. Consolidation can simplify the repayment process and potentially save individuals money on interest and fees. How to use debt to build wealth. Using debt wisely can be a powerful way to build wealth over time. By leveraging debt to invest in assets that appreciate in value, individuals can generate significant returns and increase their net worth. However, it's important to use debt strategically and avoid taking on too much debt or investing in risky assets. One effective way to use debt to build wealth is by investing in real estate. By using debt to purchase rental properties, individuals can generate passive income and build equity over time. Similarly, investing in stocks and bonds using a margin account can allow individuals to increase their investment portfolio without having to use their own funds. Tips for using debt responsibly. While using debt can be a powerful way to build wealth, It's important to use it responsibly to avoid falling into debt traps or experiencing financial setbacks. Here are some tips for using debt responsibly. Avoid high-interest debt. High-interest debt, such as credit card debt, can quickly spiral out of control and lead to financial stress. If you do use credit cards, make sure to pay off balances in full each month to avoid accruing interest. Create a budget. Creating a budget can help you manage your debt and avoid overspending. Make sure to account for all of your expenses and prioritize debt payments. Build an emergency fund. Having an emergency fund can help you avoid taking on debt in case of unexpected expenses. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved up. Avoid borrowing more than you can afford. Before taking on any debt, make sure to assess whether you can afford the monthly payments. Taking on too much debt can quickly lead to financial stress and even default. Conclusion. In this video, we discussed 5 ways rich people make money with debt, including real estate investing, business financing, stock market investing, private equity investing, and art and collectibles investing. While using debt can be a powerful way to build wealth, it's important to manage it effectively and use it responsibly. By following some of the tips and strategies outlined in this video, individuals can use debt to their advantage and achieve financial success. If you found this video informative, make sure to subscribe to our channel or visit our website for more content on personal finance, investing, and wealth building. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please share it with others who might benefit from this information. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in our next video.